Good afternoon, teacher. This experience marked my life forever. My anecdote was on June 1st, 2020, when my family and I shared the last day of my aunt's visit in the city of Bogota. That morning I was filled with happiness and tranquility for all my family. My aunt was born in Flandes, Tolima, and she lived in Melgar, Tolima. On Monday, May 25, 2020, my paternal aunt suffered a stroke. She went to the hospital with my cousin, and after many days in the Melgar hospital, they transferred her to the city of Bogota. When they were in Bogota, the doctors ordered my aunt many tests and therapies to regain her body mobility, and so that the doctors could verify that her health was in good condition. Days before, my father spoke with my cousin and told her that when he left the hospital, they would come home so that he could take care of my aunt. On May 28, 2020, my cousin and my aunt arrived at my father's house, and they lasted 5 days there. During these 5 days, my father felt taking care of my aunt. They loved, they did medical therapy, they talked and shared memories of his childhood. And for my father, they were happiest 5 days of his life. On June 1st, 2020, my aunt and my cousin had planned to return to Melgar. So my aunt's granddaughter traveled to Bogota to pick them up and take them back to Melgar. That morning, my aunt got up with good spirits, happy. She had breakfast and she taken a shower. When my aunt's granddaughter arrived at my daddy's apartment, she had breakfast, and since we hadn't seen each other a long time ago, then we talked and remembered old times. When it was time to go, my cousin prepared the things and the suitcase with the clothes, and between my daddy and my cousin, they sat my aunt in her wheelchair, and together we'll remember the promise we made for December 2020. And the promise was we'll all meet in city of Barranquilla. When we left the apartment with my aunt and my cousin, they prepared the car to start the trip. My father and my mother loaded the suitcase into the car, and they sat my aunt in the front seat of the car and stayed her comfortable. After that, we all said goodbye because it was going to be a long time to see us again. At that moment, my aunt began to ask for oxygen because she felt drowned and could not breathe. My cousin and my father began to do respiratory therapy with her, when for one moment to another my aunt fainted. My cousins were scared and they started screaming, "My mom's died." They started crying disconsolate, and my daddy was in shock. My cousin and my daddy started giving my aunt mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and lung massage, but my aunt didn't wake up. At that moment, everything was confusion for everyone. My daddy and my cousin got into the car, and they went to take me out to the hospital.